I'm today talking here with Milly from AWA Hotel in Chile, which is the entry to the magical Patagonia. So thank you for having us here, Milly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alice. Hello, and
hello.
Yes, it's a pleasure being in contact with you again.
Wonderful. So Milly, I would like to explore a few behind the scenes details with you. And this is a very informal chat, as all our previous interviews with members. This is a rare opportunity to exchange and to know more about the team and everything that this great hotel has to offer. So first question, I guess, that everyone is really curious about, it's the story behind the hotel. So what's the story? How come this beautiful, gorgeous design and architecture construction was born?
Okay, well, it's a very romantic story because the owners of the hotel spent their honeymoon there, and well, they fell in love with that place, with the romantic spot of the volcano just behind the lake, and you have this very special romantic sunsets there. So, well, as they are architects, Mauricio Fuentes is the owner and architect of the hotel. So, well, it was always in his mind to to construct a hotel there. And well, they finally did it. So they also wanted to represent in the architecture and decoration of the hotel how the different cultures enhance, and so they put together this land of contrast that Chile is within the architecture of the hotel. And then you have Mapuches that were the indigenous that inhabited that region, together with the Germanic influence that was very strong in this area. So, well, they have traveled all over the world, and they have bring different elements, important things that were present in each of their trips, and they have put all together as a way of show how, in a very harmonic way, you can combine different cultures.
That's awesome. You know, when you talk about ancient cultures, I guess this is a shared common in many remoters, with many remoters lodges and locations. They're all close somehow to local communities, and many of those local communities are ancient cultures, right? So full of interesting experiences and contacts and exchanges to be made with the locals. And I guess I just would like to ask a bit more about the location, because the hotel is located on this melting pot of ancient cultures, as you just said. And also it's known as the entry gate for Patagonia. So it has a very privileged location. Can you tell a bit more why the location is so premium and interesting for us?
Yeah, sure. Well, the location is really great in many ways. One of them is, yes, what you talked about. We are very close to major national parks in the North Patagonia region. It is also the port of entry to Carretera Austral. And then it's a very convenient location just to put as a stop between Santiago and Torres del Paine. We are just in the middle, so you can fly from Santiago to Puerto Varas. That flight takes 1 hour 45 minutes, and then you can continue to Torres del Paine, for example. And then the other way is we are also at the same latitude as Bariloche, so you can also put together with northern Patagonia in Argentina. So we are in a very convenient location. There are many combinations you can do, putting Puerto Varas in the middle of your itinerary. And well, at the same time, if we zoom into Puerto Varas region, we are the only hotel that is located just next to the lake. So you can use, you can do stand-up paddle, kayaking, and you have that wonderful views of the lake from any single room or living room, or I mean from any place of the hotel, you will be always looking the lake and volcano.
Gorgeous. And that also makes me think on one of our pillars. So our community here at Remote, we have this pillar of disconnection, right? We always say disconnect to connect in all our events and experiences. And that's something we share strongly with all the Remote members, right? So disconnection, it's also something really present on our hotel. Is one of your guys' pillar as well. So how do you promote that disconnection from the guests?
Yes, it is. It is one of our pillars. All of our excursions and transfers are offered in a private way. So that means we assign one vehicle and one guide per room or family group. And the reason is because we believe that luxury has to do with being the owner of your time during your holidays. So, and that is a very, we believe that is an excellent way to disconnect. And the reason is because you don't have to follow any fixed schedules. You don't have to go with a group mass of people that perhaps are having a different rhythm than your own one. So we think that, for example, if you want to get up at 10 a.m. in the morning because you are exhausted and you don't want to follow a very active program, then you are able to do it. There are your holidays and there is a way for you to disconnect. Some people want to disconnect with a very active program, and some others just want to relax and take advantage of the views the hotel has. We have amazing spots from any part from the hotel. So I believe that our private excursions gives you the opportunity to disconnect, but at your own rhythm and following, going to the interest of, if you're interested in a culture program, then you can do that. And also if you're interested in a very active program, there is also that possibility. Rafting, I mean, every single person has different interests, and we want you during your holidays to disconnect in your own rhythm and following your own personal interests.
You're so right. I mean, being able to be time flexible, it's the new luxury, right? I mean, who doesn't want to be disconnected and time flexible to explore and be?
We are all year round following fixed agendas and alarms, and you have to wake up and then you have to go to a meeting. So we believe that during your holidays, you can just disconnect and connect with the people that are important for you, or the nature, or the strong contact with the community as well, of local communities. So we believe that during your holidays, it's the perfect time to connect what is important for you.
Absolutely. And I guess this is a very common mindset within our community. We already know, and we fight strongly for finding that balance with nature, right? We know how well that makes to anyone, right? And also that makes me think on another growing trend, I guess, even on a bigger perspective, which is wellness tourism, right? So we know that wellness tourism is growing a lot, especially on post-pandemic times, let's put it that way. I guess not only us remoters and people who like nature and remote locations and the type of niche that we believe and love, but I guess more and more people are awakening to the importance of disconnecting, right? So the importance of wellness. So wellness tourism has been even coined recently in the industry, I would say, and it's really growing. And I guess I would like to ask you to talk a bit more on your wellness aspects, because I know at the hotel you have a lot of activities focused on bringing wellness and balance to the guests.
Okay, yes. Well, we have an amazing spa with a very complete program of different treatments. Most of them have a strong connection with water because, well, you know the name AWA. It's pronounced almost like when you write water in Spanish, it is similar to that water, but instead of the GU, we replaced it for a W, and the reason was because W letter is a very is very present in the Mapuche's language, the W, and then also because if you see the logotype of AWA, you will see there is no line confronting with another. And the reason of that logotype has to do with the fluency that we want to be present in all of our proposal. So if we go back to wellness, we want that fluency to be present during the whole stay. So the spa treatments are designed in a way of balancing your that fluency that is present in the nature, but sometimes we lose that fluency because, well, the food we eat and the rhythm we follow. So then there are many of us that start to lose that fluency that is a natural essence in our body and our minds. So yes, I would say we have a herb garden, and 70% of our products and vegetables comes from our own produce. So, well, that is something that also has to do with wellness because we are what we eat. So it is very important for us to assure that the vegetables and the food you will have are also in the same line, aligned with that balance that we want to assure you during all your stay, during the service you have, during the connection with the hotel and the staff. So yes, wellness for us is presence in the fluency of all of our proposal.
I'm already relaxed just to hear you talking about the herbs and the water, and we know the how powerful it is to be close to water, right? How restoring that is to our general well-being, right? So
we are surrounded by water in AWA. I mean, we are next to the lakeshore, and there are water ponds in the front of the hotel. So yes, that balance can be felt when you are staying with us. You are always surrounded by water.
Well, thinking about all you said on the wellness, and something that I would like to explore with you also, it's about the sustainability, right? Because we know one thing leads to the other, and at the end, once you start caring about the food, you start caring about the local community. It's almost like one whole thing, like a oneness of perspective, right? So talking about sustainability, when you talk about the lakes and the privileged location that AWA is, I would like to ask a bit more about your sustainability protocols and experiences. This is something that all our members feel really strongly about, and many are experiencing, many are testing. I mean, there's not one single way of taking care of our planet and the nature surrounding. But yes, so can you please share a bit of your secrets on your protocols and the certifications that the hotel has? I mean, as a result of those practices, can you share a bit more with us, please?
Well, that is my favorite question, and I can talk for half an hour about that. And I won't, so you can be. But yes, well, during the pandemic, it was a time for us to rethink what were our pillars, where are we looking and moving forward to. And then sustainability came to us as our first pillar. It has always been from the beginning of the construction of the hotel, but during the pandemic, then it was stronger than ever. Well, there is everybody says that in every crisis lies an opportunity. And I also add that during crisis, you know who is who. So I can put these two phrases together, and I think that yes, during the crisis, the opportunity for the AWA team and the owners was to put the people and the planet in the first place. And we are now very proud to be the first Chilean hotel that has been certified as a B Corporation. Yes, we are very, very proud about that. And while I can say from the inside, and I can talk about that because I am not the owner, so I can really say that
that's why we caught you. We want to hear the behind the scenes. Go for it.
Yeah, because it would be like strange if I say, well, I'm the owner of the hotel and I have a great staff and I really believe in people. But I can say that behind the scenes that they didn't fire any single person. They made a strong connection with the local community more than ever to support local and very small producers. And well, we have been during all this process to be certified with very strong protocols about no discrimination, equity, diversity. And well, we have our solar panels, and the 50% of the energy we use comes from our solar panels. We also have our own herb garden, so the 70% of the vegetables we consume in our menu comes also from our own produce. But I would say that most of all, what I really are amazed about this Mauricio Fuentes family is how they manage within the staff and giving them the opportunity to grow within the company and to, for example, now the resident manager started as a receptionist, and they allow every member of the staff to continue growing and going learning a lot. That is on one hand, and the other hand is that strong connection with local communities. And during all this pandemic time, we also have developed a new excursions menu, a bicycle excursions menu. And the reason was, well, the owners invested a lot of money in e-bikes and mountain bikes. And so we have designed an excursions menu map where you can, well, we cannot, if you want to do it by car, you can also do it by car, but we always give the possibility that if you want, if you are aligned with sustainability and you care about that, and we pray that that happens because, well, it is really important for us to be more conscious of the impact we produce on the planet. So, well, these bicycle excursions are a way of reducing the impact of the petrol cars. So if you have the option of doing it by bike instead of a petrol car, that is also a way of, well,
of taking part, right? Of participating.
Participating, yes. So yes, sustainability is really a very, I would say, the essence of AWA. has to do with being part of this global movement that big corporations are, of putting people and the planet before profits. We have to be profitable, yes, we have, but people and the planet are in the first place. And from inside, I can say that that is not only a seal, it is like that from the staff and from the team inside. You can feel that importance of how the staff and the how we care each other about all these policies that has to do with equity, diversity, and offering the every single person of the staff an opportunity to increase and to learn and to having different opportunities and connect also with nature and with local communities as well. Mm-hmm.
Very inspiring to hear. And I guess there's always the question and the difference between the theory and the practice. But mm-hmm. as you said, I guess once that's firm and stable and real and a real priority, then the staff embraces as a purpose. I guess as the result is that the guests, they are naturally involved and they feel the purpose behind the sustainability from the hotel. So that's sure. Great to hear. And congrats for the certification. And Millie, I would like to ask you finally, if you can give us some final tips and what's the best time to go to the hotel again, just to remind and to highlight your final tips for everyone that is watching us.
Okay. Well, we are open all year round. So Puerto Varas has that, advantage that although we are in Patagonia, we are in northern Patagonia, so the weather is not so rough as in southern Patagonia. So the difference is that probably in winter we have more rains, but then you have these amazing rooms with a fireplace, and well, you can see the rain from inside an amazing room. So that's why the owners want these rooms to be very cozy, because, well, if you want to stay there and enjoy good meal and a very warm atmosphere, that is also a possibility. On the other side, we also offer some scenic flights that can be made by helicopter or seaplane. And during, let's say, May, October, of course, the weather is not so bad, but then the views from the sky during those months are really amazing. You have the top of the volcanoes with frozen lagoons in the middle of them. I would say this is one of the most beautiful areas in Chile to do scenic flights. So, well, I know hoteliers always say that you can go in, each season has its own favorite spots and advantages, but I really think that it's true. What other tip can I give you? That Puerto Varas is a very good option to include in any of your Chilean itineraries, and the reason is because if you want to do a a short stay, then it's very easy, because you have from Santiago just 1 hour 45 minutes flight, so you can do a shorter stay if you want. And then if you want to know Chile in a deeper way, which is of course the option I would prefer, because then you know a country in all its dimension from north to south. You know, Chile has this it's known as the land of contrast, and it is. We have deserts, glaciers, volcanoes. So if you want to know it in a deeper way, then Puerto Varas will be always in the middle of your itinerary. So it's a very good idea to put Puerto Varas and AWA in any of your Chilean itineraries. It's very convenient. And the final tip would be, to live from inside what I was talking before about our staff and our connection with nature. And I hope that everybody that goes that visited us can feel that presence of the fluency in our service, in our food and our atmosphere, and that balance between different cultures and the contrast that Chile represents.
Wonderful. So there's absolutely no excuse not to know Hotel AWA for the location, for the purpose, for the direct contact with Mauricio at our intranet, Mili, all the staff with their friendly smile and warm hearts are waiting for all the community and the connection. So thank you so much, Mili, for your time. I guess that was very, again, inspiring. Interesting details for everyone willing to know more about the hotel. And well, we'll see each other soon on any of our upcoming digital events and the in-presence ones. So thank you so much. And send our best regards to the team.
Okay, thank you very much, and always nice to be in touch with you.
Okay, bye, thank you.